Hey y'all, welcome to Crime Mentality Podcast. I thank y'all for choosing my channel. If you find this video helpful or you like it in any type of way, please like, share, and subscribe so we can really push the importance of mental health awareness and just being self-aware, so we don't allow people to push us out of our character into things that we don't want to do. Pushing our character to basically giving somebody all the bullets to shoot us with. We're not going to allow nobody to do that. So trauma bonding is the attachment that an abused person feels toward their abuser. You usually see this a lot in relationships that got a pattern of cynical abuse, like over and over and over abuse. And you would see this a lot in narcissistic relationships. These narcissistic relationships, each time there would be a circumstance of violence or a circumstance of anything degrading or a way of exploiting you, something that made them just flip the handle. Each one of these circumstances, they will come back to you professing their love, professing their regret, and how they won't do it anymore. And really, you see the abuse. You're going to see the abuse again because it's a cycle. So it's a defective cycle that they don't even know how they're in and know how to get out of. So basically, it's like a person really just screaming for help. And that's why I have my new book coming out February 25th. The book is going to be out for pre-order February 23rd, but it's going to be, all the way out by February 25th. And it's called The Silent Scream of Daddy Issues. So I have did a little research of my personal life, and I was trying to figure out why I kept getting into these relationships that were toxic to me. What about me attracting these type of people? So I took some time to myself to just learn me, to learn my patterns, to learn what was making me choose these type of men. And I found that the root of it was daddy issues. My daddy issues were influencing my decision making in men. I will only be looking on the outside and, looking at material things and not really worrying about how this person is on the inside, how this person treats you. I've always not resonated with how I was being treated in certain relationships, but for some reason I couldn't leave that relationship. I felt like he needed me, even though how he was treating me, he needed me because he kept coming back to me. So this relationship affirmed me. This relationship, I started to really find my identity in this relationship. So anything that God brings to your life, any type of relationship that God brings to your life, y'all are going to feed each other. It is not going to be one-sided. And that's what the definition of a narcissistic relationship is. A person that lacks empathy on your feeling. They don't have the emotional intelligence to communicate with you on the same level that you're communicating to them. So they are really extracting from you, because y'all going to feed each other if it's from God. But if it's from Satan, it's going to take from you. And these type of relationships, you really have to separate yourself, because I know it may be hard, especially if we have children from these people, but this person will make you feel like you need them. You can't live without them. And it's almost like you go into a feeling of worshiping this person. You're worshiping them, and God said, "Put no idol before me." So if any idol is before God, if we put in this person where God is supposed to be, we waking up in the morning and that's the first person we thinking about, that's the first person we trying to move for, then that is where it becomes toxic, because God said he's a jealous God. He's not going to allow any other person or thing to be in front of him. So that's how that relationship end up using us more than it is feeding us. And we've seen the warning signs, we've seen the red flags. Because God don't lead his children to anything toxic. And if it's the person that you got connected with, he will show you these things to protect you, but he will not invade your free will, because we all have free will. So God will be going against his own word if he invades your free will of wanting to stay in that relationship. If this is what you choosing, then I have to allow that, because I'm bound by my word. Pray God. Okay, I got 4 symptoms and signs into these types of relationships, and you can kind of identify for yourself if this is the type of relationship that you're in. This type of relationship, this person is dealing with a lot of anger, and they can go from 0 to 100 in the drop of a hat. And they feed off of your fear. They feed off the fear of you exploding a little bit worse than you did last time, and which it will happen. So signs and symptoms is an abused victim covers up or makes excuses for the other person's abusive behavior. Basically making excuses saying, hey, he didn't mean to, or, you know, I shouldn't have made his food that hot, or, you know, it was my fault. If I can just be better, if I could just do better, he wouldn't do that. And it's like number 2 is an abusive victim lies to friends or their family about the abuse. They're not truthful about the abuse. A victim doesn't feel comfortable with or able to leave that abusive situation. I've had friends where they know they was in an abusive situation, and then they would come tell me about this abuse, and then they would continue to go back. They would continue to deal with this type of abuse. Number 4 is an abused victim thinks that the abuse is all their fault. Okay, the largest and the worst impact, though, of trauma bonding is that the positive feelings that are developed from the abuser, they can really lead to a person staying in the abusive relationship. And these types of relationships, at best, you'll be abused. At worst, you can die. Like, this person can get so mad one day and to the point where they go overboard and they just do a little bit too much than they did the last time, and you know it just can go really go the wrong way. So if you are in any type of relationship like this, please let somebody know. Please let somebody know, and create you a plan. Pray and ask God to help you get out of this relationship, show you your way out. I know at times, it can be embarrassing to stay in these types of relationships, but really these types of relationships, you stay because it's your brain's way of switching into survival mode. You're trying to survive because you feel like that's all you had to do all your life was just survive. So you're okay with what's going on because you just want to survive. You just want to make it to the next good day. And like I say, it stems from daddy issues. So I will have a link down at the bottom if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, if you feel like you just want to vent or anything like that. I have a booking link that is at the bottom of this video, so please click it, and please make an appointment and reach out to me, and I will make myself available for whatever appointment time that you have, and we're going to talk, and we're going to pray, and I'm going to give you every strategy that I have on how to help you with your specific situation. Each one of these calls and bookings that I have, I pray about this. I really seek God on your solution. So it's not nothing that just made up. It's not nothing that is gonna just conform to everybody or something I Googled offline. This is something that's gonna be specifically catered to your situation because it came from God above, and He knows the ins and outs of the relationship. So I appreciate y'all listening to my video. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.